On this episode of Men's Point of View, we'll be talking about the look. And when I say the look, I mean the look that men give women when we're out in public. Let's get into the episode. Welcome everyone to Men's Point of View episode 2. And I got a question for my listeners out there. Well, I got a question for the women out there. And that question is, why can't we look? I want to know, why can't we look at you? I work in a grocery store. I'm a meat manager for Kroger. It's funny how women come grocery shopping, man, what they wear when they come grocery shopping. Because, man, I'm going to tell you, I've been in the grocery business for a long time, and you can see some real sexy outfits in the grocery store, man. I'm just out here to tell you, man, they come in dressed pretty scandalous sometimes. And the funny thing about it is, man, if you look at them, you get one of the craziest looks back. Like, wow, are you looking at me? Funny, like, you know, as guys, nice looking female comes in your sight, you gonna look. I mean, it's a difference in glancing and ogling. You know, have you just stare at them for 20 minutes straight. I can see, you know, they giving you kind of a funny look then. That's kind of creepy. But they come in your line of sight and you happen to, you know, notice them. You might stop working and notice what they got on or whatever. Why do women look crazy when you look? I mean, if you come outside with shorts on that's above the knee, above middle thigh. Let's say above middle thigh, and you know, you got some nice legs or whatever, and a man looks, why give him a crazy look? I mean, I can see if you like with your guy or something and the guys look, but I just feel like, why wear stuff when you know guys gonna look? I feel like women wear this stuff on purpose because they want somebody to look. Now, don't get me wrong, I know there's some creepy guys out there that's going to just take it to a whole nother level. We're not talking about those guys. We're just talking about the regular guy that might give you a quick glance or a quick, hey, you know, you can see it in our eyes. Hey, man, that's nice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, what's the problem with that? Let me know. Listeners, have you ever did this? Have you ever witnessed this? I mean, it happens all the time, so I'm pretty sure that everybody has seen or witnessed this in a store, mall, a fast food restaurant. It really doesn't matter where they're at. I mean, you know, women goes out dressed like that anywhere, man. So I know y'all have witnesses. So am I the only person that notice the looks sometimes? Now, I'm not trying to say that I get the looks, but I can tell when other guys, like if I'm in the store working and guys are checking out like a girl that what she got on or whatever, and you know, sometimes the women gives them a funny look. Maybe they just gave them the funny look because they don't like how they look or something. I don't know, but I'm just trying to find out why. What is the look for? What is the dirty look for when a guy looks at you in the grocery store or whatever, and you got some, you know, shorts on, and you know, you got some sexy stuff on. I ain't gonna say sexy per se, like lingerie or nothing like that, but just real short pants and a nice shirt or a tight shirt or whatever like that. You get a look, or a tight dress, you know, or it's a lot of outfits like the leggings. Oh my God, don't get me started on leggings. I could do a whole nother episode on leggings, but yeah, tight leggings, you know, that shows off your shape, and the guy notices it and looks, and he gets a dirty look from you in return. I just feel like that is wrong, ladies. Wrong. You should just throw him a quick smile and keep on going. Now, if the guy follows you around the grocery store for 20 minutes, then hey, go get security. You know, he might be a creep, but but just for the regular guys, I feel like, hey, give him a smile, or you know, play with your hair or something. You know, just the dirty looks is uncalled for my point of view. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. On the comments below. It will be on this podcast is on my YouTube channel, so let me know in the comments. And I would love to get some feedback. You can email me at emaintv79@gmail.com. Now, you have some women that comes in a grocery store, man, and they are all for the looks. Now, I kid you not, man. You got some women, man, they come in, they looking good, they smelling good, and they are ready to receive any looks they can get. They will be in that grocery store for 3 hours getting all the looks they can get for those 3 hours, man. You know the women, they come in there, man, with their nice little leggings, tight little leggings on, makeup, just ready for the looks. And once you give them that glance, oh man, it's on. You give them one glance, they're going to get 3 more from you before they leave your department. Now, I work at the meat department, so most times, for most part, most people come to the meat department if they're not vegan. Now, we in the meat department even carry vegan burgers now, so they come over there and get those. But for the most part, if they still eat meat, they come into the meat department. So the meat department pretty much has the most guys in the department. Like, most meat departments have more guys, meat and produce have mostly guys working in there. They have females working there too, but for the most part, it's mostly men. And the women know that, so those are the departments they stay in for about an hour apiece. So, if a woman in produce for an hour, why? Why is she in produce for an hour? It don't take an hour to be in produce. It don't take an hour to be in meat. It really don't even take an hour to be in the grocery store. If you're not talking, if you don't know anybody in the grocery store, you just shopping. I don't feel like it takes an hour for that, unless you just came in there without a list, which most people do. But most women have a list. Us guys, we don't shop with no grocery list, but the women do. Now, this woman, it's women that come in there, man, and they ready for the looks. I mean, like, say if me and the guys on the floor, and the guy said, "Hey, man, you see that right there?" And you look, and she know you looking. Oh man, if you're on the floor putting out meat or doing whatever, as long as you're on the floor, she's gonna be in that department. You literally have to walk off the floor back into the back room to like load up some more meat or something, and then she might be gone. But for the most part, she's gonna stay and soak in all those looks. And the woman has a special pose. Every woman has that hook foot. I call it the hook foot pose. The women had a hook foot pose when they put their front foot first and bend it with their knee, and they put their back leg back straight, and they take pictures with their hand on their hip to kind of poke out their butt. It's the hook foot pose. Women does that same thing in the grocery store. A woman could be sitting at the banana table looking at bananas, and she got the hook foot. I kid you not, man. I seen it. I don't know if she had somebody in there taking pictures of her while she was shopping for her Instagram or something like that, but I literally seen it. I didn't see anybody taking pictures. Maybe, she was somewhere in the cut somewhere else, but she was literally hook foot posing in the grocery store in the banana section right by the meat department. I kid you not. It's a true story. So some women don't give you a dirty look when they come in the grocery store. Some women wants the looks. They come in for the grocery store for the looks. They leave a guy at home or he's at work. They come in that grocery store to get all the looks they can get. And they get them. Most times they do get them, man. I ain't gonna lie. They get those looks, man. So another question I got for my listeners out there. Is it okay for your better half, husband, boyfriend, or whatever, to give that certain girl a look while you are shopping in the grocery store? So, prime example, me and my wife, we shop all the time. We shop all the time. So, when we go in the grocery store, I might give a lady a quick glance or whatever. We shopping, but I know how to do it. I do not do it in a disrespectful way. If somebody comes in your line of sight, a woman can't get mad for looking at her. If she's in your line of sight, if you on the cereal aisle and y'all both gonna pick some cereal out, and she on the cereal aisle, are you supposed to put your head down and try to pick your cereal? No, man, you gotta keep your head up, and she's in your line of sight, so you gotta look at her. But my wife, she's not super jealous. So you got some jealous people out there, men and female. They're real jealous. So if you look, they're going to feel like you're trying to holler, and then it's going to be all kinds of arguing in the car on the way back, So But do you think it's disrespectful for a man or a woman to look at another person while y'all in the grocery store? Now, for the most part, you got some dogs out there who takes it to another level and might send the better half off down 30 to aisle 30 to get some beer or whatever on aisle 30, and they go back the other way trying to holler at whoever if they're by themselves. So you do have it. That does happen all the time, in the grocery store or a mall or wherever the case may be. But for the most part, I feel like, if you shopping wherever you shopping at, buying whatever you buying something at, and somebody comes in your line of sight, you can't do nothing about that. You gotta look at them. It's just like if you go to a restaurant and your waitress is sexy. Is that your fault that she looks good? No, man, it's not your fault. You gotta look at her. You gotta give her your order. So, you can't put your head down and give her your order. It's crazy, man. That kind of reminds me of that episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where Will Smith was dating Vivica Fox, and the waitress was nice looking, so she gave Will a look, and Will put his head down and gave the woman his order. And that was the funniest thing I ever seen in my life, man. But you know what? Sometimes it happens for real, man. It happens in real life. They actually put their head down because their waitress is pretty, or they go to the drive-thru at McDonald's and she's pretty, or I just feel like it's all about being secure in your relationship. If you're secure, and you can be secure and people still cheat, man. At the end of the day, I feel like if somebody gonna cheat, they're gonna cheat regardless, and until you catch it and leave them, it's just gonna happen. But I feel like if you meet somebody and y'all on the same page, y'all both trying to get something, trying to have something, I think a look doesn't hurt, in my opinion. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Is it disrespectful for you to look at someone else while you with your better half in the grocery store or wherever you might be shopping at? Now, another thing that happens for the most part with these women is most times a lot of these women come in the store right after they leave the gym. They go to the gym. I guess they go to the gym early morning, do their little workout section, and they come in the grocery store. I kid you not, man. I see it every day. They come in the grocery store, and most time people work out in the littlest clothes possible because they're going to be sweating. They're going to be doing this and that. And, I know for the most part, every gym out there, pretty much every gym out there has a shower. All of them have a shower, locker. You can take clothes. You can take your book bag. You take your clothes. You can take anything you want to the gym, and you can get fully dressed at the gym. But for the most part, none of these women do. Nobody do. They go to the gym and they leave the gym and they come right in the grocery store with whatever they got on. And I'm talking about these shorts be short, man. Short shorts. I'm talking about, man, short. Like you can see the what you call it, the cheeks. Sometimes these women come in the store with their cheeks hanging out, man, after they leave the gym. Now I don't know what kind of these women, I hope for single, going to the, gym, with their cheeks hanging out. They gotta be single, I guess. But, I guess these women have been doing the squats. They proud of their butt is getting bigger. They've been doing squats. So they come, man, with these short shorts, man, their cheeks are damn near hanging out. So those type of women, man, I feel like they come in the store for the looks as well. Because if you go to the gym and you've been going to the gym for years, I know they have a shower in there. So if you telling me you go to the gym and you work out for an hour and a half or 2 hours or however long you might work out and you don't take a shower. You brought clothes, but you don't take a shower. Instead, you come to the grocery store. That don't make any sense, man. I feel like they come for the looks. They probably come for the food, don't get me wrong, but they come for the looks as well. So let me know in the comments below. If you have a gym membership and you go to the gym and you work out, ladies, aren't you gonna take a shower before you leave that gym, or are you just gonna leave the gym? For the most part, I think most people take a shower. That's why I say they take a shower. They've been sweating. I feel like they take a shower, but they put they got another scandalous outfit to put on right after they get out the shower in the gym. So some of them come into the store for the looks. They might not, but they get them, and they know they gonna get them because of what they got on, man. It's like if you working. Any guy, if you're working in a grocery store, you got this big list in your head of all the stuff you got to get completed in that day's task. You got 8 hours to do your job. And a woman comes in there, man, in some real short shorts and a cut off t-shirt, like she just left the gym, looking pretty good. I mean, you can't help but to look, man. I mean, that's just in your nature. You gonna give her a look. I ain't gonna say you're gonna look at her for 15 minutes, but you're gonna give her a look. So I feel like, why give a dirty look back? So for the most part, a lot of women don't give you a dirty look, but some of them do. And I'm talking about, it's a nasty look, like, don't look at me. I'm invisible. They give you a look like you're supposed to act like they're invisible. So those are the type of women, man. You just, I don't know. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? How are you supposed to act? Is it wrong? Is it wrong to look? I don't think it's wrong to glance. I guess you got to get the definition of glance or look. Are you looking like eyes butt looking, or you give them a quick glance and you get back to work? I usually give quick glances, man, because I'm gonna tell you, I'm a meat manager, so I be real busy. I got a lot of stuff to do. I got a lot of stuff I got to make sure get done every day. I ain't got time. I just don't have the time. It'd be different if I was just a cutter. When I was just a cutter, it'd be different. But I don't have time, man. I miss out on a lot because my produce manager might come up to me and say, "Hey, man, did you just see that girl that was in here, man? Wow, she was bad." I said, "What girl?" My head was down, man. I ain't see nobody, man. You see all them holes in my counter? I got to get my counter filled. I miss out on a lot because I be working so hard. But there's a lot of guys in there, man. They ready. They be ready for the women to come in there, man. So those guys, they not gonna miss not one of them. If they cover in their area, they not gonna miss it because that's what they've been waiting on that. They've been waiting the whole day for that. So, but is it wrong? Let me know in the comments below. Is it wrong for a person to look at you when you come? Women, this is for you. Is it wrong for a guy to look at you, give you a glance? If he feels like you're nice looking to him, is it wrong for him to give you a solid glance? Now, I ain't talking about no 30-minute look, following you down the aisle and nothing like that, but just a glance. Is it wrong? Let me know. Email tv79@gmail.com. Let me know, is it wrong? Like I said before, this podcast is on my YouTube channel as well as some other platforms. But I want my listeners that are listening to this on my YouTube channel, for all the guys, if this has happened to you, or you are familiar with this, or you understand what I'm talking about, comment below 100. Do the emoji 100 for all the women that are listening on my YouTube channel, which is eMain TV. If this has happened to you, I want you to put a thumbs up. If the guy looked at you and you didn't do nothing, put a thumbs up. But if the guy looked at you and you gave him a dirty look, comment thumbs down on my YouTube channel, which is eMain TV. So I'd like to end on this note. It has been happening for a long time, and it's gonna happen. I mean, it's gonna happen. This is something that's not gonna ever stop. It's just life. Something pretty to you comes in your eye. Someone shopping and you see a pretty necklace, you're gonna look at it because it's pretty to you. So it's the same thing about females or males. If a woman sees a pretty guy, she might glance. If a guy sees a pretty woman, he might glance. That don't mean you want to just go lay up with him or start cheating on your wife or whatever like that, man. It's just a glance. So I just feel like it's okay. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think it's okay? And I want to end on this note. We human, so I feel like it's okay. So once again, I want to thank everyone for listening to Men's Point of View, episode 2. Why can't we look? I'm your host, Eric Savage. Be on the lookout for my next episode coming soon. I would like to thank everyone for watching Men's Point of View. Be on the lookout for my next episode coming soon.